Om Shanti.
अपने चारों ओर जो आपके बच्चे विशेष है, उन सर्व विशेष आत्माओं को देखकर
Om Shanti. Today, Bap Dada is seeing all his special children
चाहे
in all four directions.
भारत के युवा विदेश के
Whether those children are from Bharat or from abroad,
किसी भी कोने में
in whichever corner they are,
लेकिन बाप दादा सर्व विशेष आत्माओं को
but Bap Dada
समीप देख रहे हैं,
is looking at them, looking at these special souls
दादा को
very closely.
अपने विशेष बच्चों को देख हर्ष होता है,
Bap Dada is very happy, is always very happy to see his special children.
बाप को देख खुशी होती है ना,
Just as you are very happy to see the Father unto you,
तब तो भाग करके आए हो,
this is why you have come running here.
तो बाप को भी
Similarly,
खुशी होती है,
the Father is also very happy
कि
because he knows that each of his children is a special soul.
Jai. Busrak atmayo.
Whether they may be aged in body,
Jai. Anaparu.
whether they may be illiterate,
Jai. Chote bachche.
whether they are little children or young in body,
Perverti wale.
whether they are householders,
Lek. सारे विश्व के आगे
however, in front of the whole world,
विशेष
they are special.
चाहे कितने भी बड़े बड़े वैज्ञानिक चमत्कार दिखाने वाले भी
Even if there are many scientists in the world who show many miracles, there are those who have also reached the moon.
पाप की विशेष बच्चे के आगे
But in front of Baba's special children,
वो भी अनजान
even they are ignorant.
बातचीत तत्वों को जान दिया
Though they have knowledge of all the 5 elements,
उन्हों पर विजय भी प्राप्त कर ली
and they may have even conquered the 5 elements. However,
छोटी सी बिंदु आत्मा को जाना
to know the soul as a point of light,
यहाँ छोटे बच्चे से भी पूछेंगे
is the most important thing. And here, even if you ask a small child, "Who are you?" he will say, "I'm a soul," is it not?
आत्मा कहाँ रहती है
Where does the soul dwell?
वो भी बताएंगे
That too he will say.
और वैज्ञानिक से पूछिए
And if you ask a scientist,
आत्मा क्या है?
what is a soul?
आत्मा के ज्ञान को अभी तक जान नहीं सके।
He will not be able to answer because even up to now, no one has the knowledge of the soul. Even according to history,
के हिसाब से
according to this world,
विशेष हो
he may be very special,
जिसने अपने को नहीं जाना
but the one who has not recognized or known himself,
उसे तो यहाँ के 5 वर्ष वाला बच्चा उसे विशेष हो
he is ignorant. But here, even a little child of 5 years is special because he has the knowledge of the soul.
आप लोगों का शुरू का बहुत पलक का गीत है
There is a song which you used to sing at the beginning of the yagya. It is a song which is filled with intoxication. Do you remember?
एक गीत था
There was a song.
वो भी है
Daddy is saying something, and Baba says, "Well, that's right, okay." But there was a very big, a very important song.
कितना भी बड़ा सेठ स्वामी हो
Even if someone may be a big man,
अलग को नहीं जाना
he may be a scholar, but he does not know himself.
बड़े हो
So, however big he may be, whether he is a politician or an actor, and in Hindi they are rhyming words, politician is neta and actor is abhineta. So Baba is saying whether one is a neta or an abhineta, but if someone does not know himself, then what else does he know?
ऐसी विशेष आत्माएं हो
So you are such special souls.
यहाँ के अन्न पर बुजुर्ग माता है
Here, even if there is a woman who may be very aged and completely ignorant, you keep her on one side, and on the other side you may have a big Mahatma, Guru, a scholar.
लेकिन बुजुर्ग माता फलक से कहेंगी
But that aged mother will say with intoxication that I have achieved the Father. Won't she say it? Do you say it like that? But will that Mahatma or Guru say that I have achieved? On the contrary, he will say it is so difficult to achieve God. But here, even if somebody may be 100 years old, if there is faith in his intellect, what will he or she say? You keep on searching for him, and I here have already achieved him. So what are these great souls or Mahatmas, the Gurus in front of you? Even householders here will say with intoxication, that even if we husband and wife sleep together on a double bed, many couples sleep together on a double bed, but still we are pure. We live together. But still, Baba is between us two. And what will the Guru say, the Mahatmas say? They will say, it is too difficult to live together and live celibate, because it is like cotton wool and fire together. How can cotton wool not catch fire if it comes in contact with it? But what will the householders here say? Is it difficult to remain celibate? Is it difficult or is it easy? What do you say? Easy or difficult? Or does it become difficult sometimes? Those who are strong, they will say with confidence and intoxication, even in front of a large audience, that purity is our true religion. It is not someone else's religion. It's my religion, and something which belongs to me is easy to imbibe, is it not? Something which is of another one may be difficult to imbibe. Impurity is not my religion, but purity is my religion. So, do you know your speciality. Here there are many new ones too. However new, however much new you may be, but the lesson of purity is strong in you, is it not? Some children are very clever. What they do is, because they know that they cannot go to meet Baba till they are celibate for 1 year, because that's the rule. So because they want to come to Madhuban, they stay celibate, and once they reach Madhuban, they see everything. They reach here, and on their return, or after they return, they become careless. But you should think that the promise of purity is done with whom? You have promised the Father, haven't you? It's the Father's Srimad instructions, is it not? Therefore, after making a promise to the Father, and then if you become careless, then who is harmed? Who meets a loss? In the Brahmin family, if one leaves, it makes no difference because one leaves and 10 come. But if there is a loss, it is of that one because he becomes weak. So it is that soul's loss. This is why all the new ones who have come here, raise your hand. All the first timers, raise your hand. Okay, there are many. You lower your hand. You have reached the Father's home This is a sign of your great fortune. However,
तकदीर की लकीर को कभी भी कम नहीं करते.
do not reduce your line of fortune. Instead, keep on increasing your line of fortune.
अच्छा जितने भी आए हैं टीचर्स भी साथ में आई है.
Keep on making your line of fortune longer.
तो रजिस्टर में
Yes, the teachers have also come and everyone's name is in the register, is it not?
तो रजिस्टर में नाम अपना पक्का कराया है या थोड़ा थोड़ा कच्चा है.
Have you confirmed your name in the register?
वाले बहनों बोलो पक्की है या कच्ची है.
The Pandavas, the older Pandavas say, are you strong or are you weak?
के बाद जो भी नई जान से भी आई
Now, after
के पास तो लिस्ट
6 months, well, the teacher has the list of all the students and she is also the attendance. Do the teachers write the attendance of the students? In which center?
नहीं पढ़ती हो.
Do the teachers not write the present mark? Is there any center where present mark is not written? Attendance is not noted down?
टीचर सच बताओ
Teachers speak the truth?
कभी नींद आ जाती होंगी तो नहीं. कभी बीमार हो गए
Do you also all attend the class? Sometimes you may be sick, sometimes you fall asleep, sometimes you don't come. Does your present mark is also written in the attendance sheet?
का रजिस्टर और प्रिजन मार्क है.
Is even your register, those who possess a register of the students, raise your hand. Those who maintain a record of attendance, raise your hand.
अच्छा रेगुलर है.
Is it regular? Is it daily? Or sometimes it's mixed out.
रेगुलर है.
Do you write regularly? Is it on regular basis? Every day? Or few times it's missed also?
सब टीचर्स पास है.
Are all the teachers pass in this?
ताली बजाओ.
So you should clap now, yes.
तो अभी क्या करना.
Now what you should do,
3-4 मास के बाद
after 3-4 months,
जो भी आप नहीं लाए हैं चाहे भाई चाहे बहन
all the new students which you have brought, whether they are brothers or sisters,
3-4 मास के बाद क्योंकि पहले तो थोड़ा नशा रहता है
uh,
धीरे धीरे कम
you have to check them too, because maybe after going from Madhuban, the intoxication is very strong. But then after 3-4 months, you should first check whether the new ones are still strong, going strong, or have they gone on a tour, probably a Brahmin holiday, Baba means to say, or they have gone traveling around the 7 seas. So you should write the result. But don't write long letters. The letters should be very short. In how many words? Just 2 words. 60 came and 60 are still continuing. Or 60 came and 40 are continuing. Just write that only in 2 sentences, nothing more. And this should be written separately. In whose department? Should it be sent in Ratan Murli Dadi's department? You'll have time to read them. And she nods her head, yes. So you write on the envelope to address to Dadi Ratan Mohini. This is for the teachers to write the attendance. It's the name should be written on the envelope, not inside. Brahma, just don't write Brahma Kumaris. Of course, that you have to write care of Brahma Kumaris. But in big words, it should be addressed to Ratan Mohini. Then everyone will know that it's meant for Ratan Mohini Dadi. Otherwise, Ishuben gets too many letters. So, Bap Dada will observe how much specialty do the special souls show. Even in Lokik life, if a child is born, then what do people say? They say, may he live a long life. They bless the child, don't they? So too, Bap Dada blesses the special souls. May you remain imperishable. And Baba wants to see this specialty of imperishable, of being imperishable in the children. It shouldn't be that the people come, they continue for 1 year and then stop coming. It should not happen like that. Only those who stay imperishable, that is, who keep coming, they get an imperishable inheritance. Imperishable fruit. So are the mothers strong too? Are all the mothers strong? Are you weak or strong? What are you? Pakki or kachi? Kachi means weak, pakki means strong. What are you? All up strong?
आप 1 साल के हो या 2 साल,
Even if you are 1 year old or 2 years old or 4 years old in Gyan,
समापत्ति तो एक ही समय होनी है.
but the end for all will be at the same time, won't it? Destruction will happen altogether at one time, is it not? It's not that you will say, I'm only 2 years in Gyan and let my silver jubilee take place and then destruction should happen. It won't be like that, will it?
इसलिए
This is why
पीछे आने वाले को
those who come late
और आगे जाने
will have to move forward quickly.
थोड़े समय में बहुत कमाए.
They have to accumulate. You can accumulate a great deal even in a short time.
फिर भी आप लोगों को पुरुषार्थ का समय मिला है.
You at least have got enough time to make efforts.
आगे चल करके
Later on,
तो इतना समय भी नहीं.
there won't even be this much time left.
सुनाया था ना
As you have been told earlier,
कि अभी लेट का बोर्ड लग गया.
that the board of late has already been put up, but the board of too late hasn't been put up yet.
तो आप सभी लकी.
So you're still very lucky.
सिर्फ अपने भाग्य को
But the only thing is that you have to keep the awareness of of your fortune in your intellect and continue to move forward.
कोई बातों में नहीं.
Do not stop for any reason. Do not be involved in any matters.
बाप दादा देख रहे थे
Today, Bap Dada was observing
कि बच्चों का
that
पुरुषार्थ का समय वेस्ट
that
क्यों जाते हैं.
why are the children wasting a lot of time when they could utilize that time in their efforts?
सब चाहती है
Of course, everyone wishes.
कि हमारा समय
So Baba was wondering
सफल हो.
that why are children wasting their time? Everyone wants to make the best use of their time.
कहाँ आधा घंटा, कहाँ 15 मिनट, कहाँ 5 मिनट वेस्ट.
from time to time, in every hour, sometimes half an hour, sometimes 15 minutes, sometimes 10 minutes, and maybe sometimes even just 5 minutes are wasted. And why is that so? What is the reason? Today, Bap Dada observed that majority of the children, why their efforts are not enough or are not strong enough is because of 3 reasons. You have been told earlier too, it's nothing new. But now that the Diamond Jubilee is coming, what attention do you have to keep? That is that Bap Dada is telling you from the beginning. That is, in this year, you have to keep this attention from the beginning. The 3 reasons. One is, as you move along, along with Srimad, you mix the instructions or dictates of even other souls along with the dictates of Baba. You mix the dictates of souls as well. Someone told you something? And you start thinking that this person who advised you is very good, he is a Maharathi, and you may even have faith on him, in him. And so, whenever such a soul tells you something in which you yourself are very interested, because it's good news for you. Just as people love to hear news of the world, don't they? So too they love Brahman news as well. And because you keep faith in that person and take instructions or dictates from him, you merge that in your heart You hear it and then merge it in you.
तो बात सच्ची भी
You don't cut it, you don't avoid it because you think it's news for you. Even sometimes the news may be true. It's not that always it's false. It may be true news too.
लेकिन बाप का फरमान क्या है?
But what is the Father's instructions?
ऐसे समाचार भले सुनो
That you may continue to hear all that type of news. Is this the Father's instruction? So in something which you are not connected,
सिर्फ दिलचस्प
but
समाचार
it's because it's interesting news
कर कुछ नहीं सकते.
and you cannot do anything about it. Okay, even after hearing it, can you do something? You cannot. So where will that news go?
बुद्धि में तो गया ना.
It has gone in the intellect, has it not?
टाइम वेस्ट हुआ.
You wasted time too, didn't you? Or not?
और बाप की श्रीमत में
And
मिक्स क्योंकि
then
जो
why did you mix others' dictates in the dictates of the Father? Because the Father has given you Srimad, children, though you may be hearing many things but don't hear. But if you hear and you absorb, then is it obedience? You hear once and maybe at the beginning you neglect, you don't want to hear, but it's new news for you, it's interesting news. Sometimes it happens that
ये पता तो पड़ गया.
you say, oh, well, wonderful, I got this news. At least I came to know about it.
तुम्हारी आपने
But once
उनकी बात सुनी
you hear even one thing from that one,
तो दूसरे वाली
then the next time, where will that person go?
आपके पास आई.
He will come back to you, won't he?
आप उसके लिए कूड़े का डब्बा बन
You have become a waste paper basket for him, a dustbin for him, because whatever such type of news which he collects, that he will come and tell you,
कि आपने सुना
because you have shown the interest before as well.
तो उसको समझा.
Actually, what you should do is try to make him understand that he should not be involved in these things and therefore free him from them if you really
इंटरेस्ट
think of his benefit, and otherwise do not show interest yourself.
कर सुन
But if you have to hear,
कर सकते हो.
then can you really do something? Okay, here if you can do something,
इतनी ताकत है आप
do you have enough power
उसको भी सदा के लिए फुल स्टॉप लगा.
to make that person apply a full stop to even his sanskar of that time, and you yourself apply a full stop in your mind too,
दृष्टि से
and
समाचार सुनने वाली आत्मा के प्रति
then Even if you have heard something wrong about someone, but when you approach that person, you do not show any type of hatred or ill feelings towards that, in spite of knowing his weakness too. Do you have that much power?
उसका कल्याण करना।
Actually, if you have, then if you have heard something wrong about him, then it is you will be able to benefit him. But it has been seen in the result that in majority of the souls, when they hear something about someone, then they begin to have a feeling of hatred towards that one. The behavior changes gradually.
और कुछ भी नहीं होगा ना, तो उस आत्मा के प्रति
Even if it may not be much, but still, at least the love which was there for that soul reduces to some extent.
इसको कहा जाता है श्रीमत।
So you have to become mature. Otherwise, it will be called mixing manmat or parmat, opinions of others, dictates of others, in Shrimat. Was it clear? What happens is that
समाचार बाप दादा भी सुन,
even Bap Dada hears a lot of news.
मेजॉरिटी का भाव बदल जाते हैं।
But majority of the children change their outlook, their feelings. And even whilst complaining or telling about someone to Baba or to the seniors, the feelings are visible. The changed feelings are visible.
ये तो बात कर रही थी,
One may say, I saw these two people talking to each other.
एक का सुना हुआ दूसरा फिर कहते हैं नहीं नहीं
And then
गरीबी थी और बहुत अच्छी तरह से नहीं कर रही।
And then he may say, not the other one may say, not only were they talking, but then there was so much of familiarity between them, the way they were talking, the way they were standing in front of each other. It wasn't good. So now here this addition comes, everything, the whole feeling changes.
उनकी भावना क्या,
What their feelings may be, and those who overheard or overlooked what their feelings are, there may be a big difference.
तो ये परम है
So this is like,
वायुमंडल को
this is like another one's influence which then pollutes the atmosphere.
तो जब टाइम वेस्ट जाता है
And then the time, the amount of time which is wasted,
का एक कारण परमत
one of the reasons for that is hearing the opinions or feelings of others. The second reason is parchintan, which means thinking too much about others, what others are doing.
एक से बात सुनी
You hear about someone from another one,
8-10 को नहीं सुनावे, ये नहीं होता।
But you cannot keep it in you. You then go and tell 8 or 10 people. You can't. Keep it in you only. Even if somebody may be far away, still you will write to him and tell him the news of what happened, of the new thing that happened. And then you write, okay, when you come, when we meet in person, I'll tell you more details of it. So what is this? This is thinking too much about others. For example, you may tell 4 people, and those 4 whom you told you changed their feelings too, didn't you? You spoilt their feelings for that person, didn't you? And here gossiping begins. Then the speed of that is so fast and so long. I mean, it spreads so quickly. Then this gossiping does not last only for 1 or 2 seconds. Why? Just as Bap Dada always says that whenever you give gyan to someone, in order to create interest in that one, you tell him stories or tell him gyan in the form of a story. First this happened, then this happened, then that happened, then what happened, in a form of a story you can tell gyan. Then the interest grows, does it not? So too, when gossiping is happening, then too that is like an interesting story. Then the other one will question, what happened then? What happened then? Then this happened. Then say, what happened then? So in this way the story goes on and on. So this story becomes a long story. Bap Dada not only hears what the children think in their mind, but Baba also sees however much someone tries to hide himself, but he cannot. Many times Bap Dada, even though he knows it, still he does not tell him directly, because there are many people seated there. But Bap Dada knows everything, even if he may tell Baba, no Baba, it's not like that. He may try to give many excuses, but Bap Dada knows everything. The whole register is with Baba. What he does, how much he does, with how many he does, everything is noted in Baba's register. But Baba has to keep quiet. So the second thing was, as Baba mentioned, thinking too much about others. And the one who gossips a lot, he can never become introvert and churn knowledge, because he's thinking about others only. And when someone thinks too much about others, he never feels that he has committed a mistake. On the contrary, he will blame others for everything. Also, those who talk ill of others to everyone, they know how to make up stories too. It may be his own fault, but he will prove in such a way that the whole fault is of another one. And the one and the seniors, when they hear, they have to just keep quiet. Therefore, the one who talks ill of others will never be able to churn knowledge, because this is not churning Gyan. And churning does not mean also to just repeat the points of knowledge or to relate the points of Gyan to others or hear the knowledge. That's not contemplation or churning. Yeah, it is a part of it. But self-contemplation or churning of knowledge means even becoming aware of one's own weaknesses and becoming aware of one's little mistakes made, and then overcoming them, changing them. This is part of self-contemplation. Otherwise, to just hear Gyan points and relating points to others, in that everyone is very clever. The churning of knowledge is good, but self-contemplation has a very subtle meaning, which really indicates that you have to know your own self. Because why is Baba saying this? Because at the end, when the result will be out, at that time it will not be mentioned in the result that how much this soul churned knowledge. Or how much knowledge he or she used in service. But before the last result will be declared, there is need to transform the self completely. Therefore, self-contemplation also means to transform the self. It's not even saying, oh, I have this weakness, I have this weakness. That's also not enough. But if the weakness is there, then through self-contemplation there should be a transformation. So, Bapdada is talking about the final result, and in that result, the marks will be based firstly on how much you have imbibed in you, how much you have become the embodiment of all the inculcations. Those who become embodiment of inculcations, they will automatically have those qualities in a natural form. So, in order to take more marks, you first of all have to inculcate what you tell others. These days, which is the common subject of your speeches? Values. So what you tell others about values, you need to do the checking of them in yourself first. Yes, the subject of service does add in your marks. The marks of service are added, but most important is how far you have become the embodiment of inculcations, because the percentage is different. Service may be 1% addition, but inculcation is 10% comparatively. If you cannot give gyan to others, but with your own dharana, you create an impact on others, then the marks of your service done in this way are much more than just giving gyan to others. These days, many think that I get very little chance of doing service. I need to do more service. I should be given a chance to do service first. But others get a chance, then why don't I get a chance? It is good to do service. Why? Because if the intellect remains free, then a lot of waste comes in. Therefore, the intellect should be kept busy in service, and this is why should be kept busy, and this is why doing service is a very good method of keeping the intellect busy. But if, for example, you don't get a chance to do service, the service is there, you are very enthusiastic to do service, well, that is good. But according to the drama or according to the circumstances, you did not get a chance to do service, and then your stage falls down. So instead of doing service, your stage has fallen. Then what is the use of that? What is the evident fruit you will get of the service if you do? For example, even if you do service forcefully and your stage is not good, then what will be the impact? Actually, service, when it is done, it should be done with love. It should be done with the blessings of everyone. Then the fruit of that is happiness. However, whilst doing service, you have an ill feeling, you feel bad about something, and that bad feeling comes in you. What does Baba tell about feeling? What do you call the word feeling? You call it the flu of feeling. What happens when someone gets flu? He goes to bed, he sleeps, he cannot eat, he won't eat. He'll just sleep. So here also what they do when they have an ill feeling about something, either they don't eat or they just sulk and sit in a corner. So this is also flu, is it not? If you are an embodiment of dharana and you are a real server, not a selfish server, because one is to serve others because you have a feeling of benefit, giving benefit in you. And the other service is selfish service. There's a selfish motive. My name should come. My photo should come in the newspaper. My face should appear on the television. This must happen. This will happen if I do service. So, too much expectation. I will get a good name in the Brahmin family. Then the Brahmins will give me a lot of respect if I do this service. All these feelings are based on selfish motive. That is all selfish service. But a real server, a true server, An altruistic server,
की स्थापना की बात दूसरी थी।
according to today,
समय
Baba is talking of today. What happened at the beginning of the yajna, that is different. But now that revelation is coming close,
सेवा आपके पास
service will come to you.
आप सेवा के बजाय
You don't have to go after service.
आपके पास सेवा को था
Service itself will come to you, come walking to you.
सेवादारी को
A server,
चलो और कोई सेवा नहीं,
even if he does not get any other service to do,
लेकिन बाप दादा कहते हैं
but Bap Dada says,
अपने चेहरे से
from his face,
झलक से
from his activity, he can do a lot of service.
आपका चेहरा
Your face
बाप का साक्षात्कार करा
should be able to give a vision of the Father. Your face, your activity, your behavior should be able to remind others of Baba. This service is number one service.
चाहे आपका ऐसी सेवादारी जो स्वार्थ भाव नहीं हो,
You
मुझे चांस मिले
may not, you may not have any selfish motive to do service. Maybe you don't want that there should be a name of you or praise of you.
क्यों नहीं मिलता
You may not think that you want name, but if you are a real altruistic server, you will get a praise.
भी स्वार्थ का
But if you do service and the thought comes in your mind, why was I not praised for my service done? Then that service is also selfish service.
ब्राह्मण परिवार में आपका नाम नामिक ग्रामी नहीं
Baba says that even if you are not well known in the Brahmin family, you are a good server but not well known in the Brahmin family, but still
बाप के पास तो नाम है
in Baba's heart your name is inscribed in big words. If in Baba's heart your name is inscribed,
तो और क्या
then what else do you want?
और सिर्फ बाप के दिल पर नहीं
Not only in the Father's heart is your name inscribed, but even at the end, when the final result will be out and the numbers will be declared, then your number will be ahead of all.
क्यों
Why?
कि बाप दादा ये नहीं देखता
Because Bap Dada does not see how much service he does.
मिला
Because maybe you did not get a chance.
लेकिन आपको चांस नहीं मिला
You did not get a chance, and therefore you are right. But even that is noted in Baba's register.
और मांग के चांस लिया
and you fought for service and you did service and got a name, even that is noted, and then your marks are cut because you fought for service, you wanted a name and fame, because this is the account of Dharamraj, which is very subtle. It is very subtle account. This is why you have to become an altruistic server. Never have any selfish motive. Let the feelings be of giving benefit to others. Now, it can also be that you have got a chance to do service, but the other one says to you that it would be so nice if he would get a chance and he's really worthy to do that service. Then if you give your chance to that one, then too a part of the marks will be added in your share, even if you did not do the service, but you had a chance and you gave your chance to someone else because he asked for it and he was worthy enough. Then it doesn't mean that you lose, but a share of that is given to you as well. Because Baba wants you to become a real diamond. So Baba is teaching you the accounts. Understand the account and therefore do not become careless. Where there are very subtle accounts, and the account book of these subtle accounts is with Baba, but Baba doesn't have to do anything. It's written automatically. Everything is automatic within Baba or with Baba. Sometimes when Bap Dada does see the account book of his children, Baba just stops there. Baba does see the account book of the children. So which was the second thing? Mixing. The first thing was mixing the dictates or advice or instructions of other souls in your intellect and forgetting Srimad. And the second was gossiping a lot about others. That is seeing others. Majority of the children are very clever in just observing others. So this is the third thing, Pardarshan. Parachintan, the second one, Paradarshan. First was paramat, instructions of others. Second was parichintan, thinking about others. And third is paradarshan, seeing others only. And you're seeing just the weaknesses of others. That's all, nothing else but weaknesses of others. And what happens when you see weaknesses of others? All that comes in your intellect too. And those who spend time in seeing weaknesses of others, they have no time to see themselves. Many children think that so many things are happening around. So, because they are happening and they are visible, how can I not see them? They are happening and I'm hearing them. How can I not hear them? But it does happen that as big is the gathering, as big is the family, well, these things also happen. Things become bigger, more. Why do these things happen? Many things that these things should not happen. Yes, they should not happen. That's all right. But But why do you spend your time in thinking that this should not happen, or he should not do like that, or why does he do that? Why do you spend your time in thinking about these things? Actually, if such things come, well, that's your test. That's how the paper comes. As big is the study, as high is the knowledge, that much difficult will be the test paper. And so how much atmosphere you create, or whether you create a powerful atmosphere, a weak atmosphere, well, that's your test. So on these three aspects, a lot of time is wasted. One is paramat, taking dictates of others. Parichintan, thinking about others. Third, pardarshan, seeing others. Of course, one is a responsibility, and with the feeling of benefit, to hear what others are saying and doing something about it, because you are responsible and you have a feeling of giving benefit to that soul. That's another thing. But to create an upheaval in one's own stage whilst hearing these wrong things or thinking about them, that is not good. Where responsibility is concerned, then that soul who is responsible has to hear a lot, has to listen what people say. They have to also see what others are doing. But if you think that you also are responsible, then first of all, even before taking the responsibility, you have to make your own brake powerful. Just as when one drives on a hill, he has to make sure that his brake is very powerful before he starts climbing the hill. So too, a responsibility is a very high stage. You may take a responsibility, but before you do it, check in you whether you can apply a full stop, a dot in a second or not to your thoughts. Or is it that you try to apply a dot and instead of a dot, a question mark is applied? That is wrong. In that, a lot of waste, there's a lot of wastage of time and energy. So, first of all, make your own brake powerful. Okay, you saw something which was wrong, you heard something, and try to help that one as much as you can. Okay, after helping, then apply a full stop to your thoughts. If you can have such a stage, only then you can take the responsibility. But if it's not possible to have such a stage, then don't hear, don't see. Even on hearing and seeing. Even if you are hearing and seeing, don't hear and see. Be absorbed in your own stage, in self-contemplation. In this there is your benefit. So what was today's lesson? These three things: Paramat, Parachintan, Paradarshan. Mat is dictates, so Par is of others. So taking dictates of others, Parachintan, thinking about others, Pardarshan, seeing others. Be free of them, all three, and along with that, inculcate one thing. Be free of these three things and inculcate one thing. What is that one thing you have to inculcate? Par upkari means the thinking of how to give benefit to all souls. Finish the other par, means of others, for others, about others, but inculcate one par. Par upkari means the thought of giving benefit to all. The teachers are sitting in the front. Bap Dada. Is seeing them. Therefore, in what do you have to become free? What do you have to become free of? So they are repeating par mat, par chintan, par darshan. And what do you have to become? What do you have to inculcate? Par upkari means doing benefit of other souls. What will the mothers do? Will you just give benefit to only your children or to the whole world, to others as well? You have to give benefit to all souls. Is it difficult or is it easy? Is it easy? Do the new ones think that it is easy or is it difficult? Is it easy? Say. They are saying it's easy. Sahaj hai. Teachers say, is it easy? Is it sahaj, easy? No, Baba thinks it is difficult. Because so many things happen, so difficult to just keep quiet, to keep the eyes shut, the ears closed. It's so difficult, is it? Is it difficult or easy? It is difficult, is it not? Here, maybe in this audience, you are saying it's easy, it's easy. And when you will climb the train and something goes wrong somewhere, then your stage is affected, and when you go home, you go to the center, something happens, and then immediately all the things start again. Is it easy? Those sitting in the middle, the Pandavas, say, is it easy? What do double foreigners say? Easy or difficult? Sahaj or mushkil? Say the double foreigners. Is it easy or difficult? Baba's asking the translation has taken place or not. Easy or difficult? Say loudly. What are you saying? Suman Ben is saying something. Someone says it is like this fighting a battle, but for how long you will keep on fighting this battle? Are they new or are they old? 6 years in Gyan. It's quite a long time. In 6 years, something Baba said, if you have the courage, then what is a battle? Even a battle becomes like an entertainment. It's not battling, but it is like an entertainment. Just as, say, people wrestle, don't they? Have you seen wrestling? Have you seen wrestling? It is like fighting against one another, is it not? How they box each other. But it's a game for them. And people come to watch wrestling. So it's entertainment for them, is it not? They think it to be entertainment. This is why they come to watch wrestling.
अच्छा डबल विदेशी ठीक है.
Are the double foreigners okay? Is everything okay with the double foreigners? Raise your hand, all of you.
अच्छा इन्हों को मुश्किल लगते हैं या सहज.
Do you find all these things easy or difficult? If you think easy, raise your hand. What Baba spoke about these three things. Do you find it easy or difficult? Raise your hand. If you say easy, raise your hand. Those in the front, not raising the hand. Double foreigners. Teachers will claim number one, won't they? At that time, at the end, don't say, I didn't know about it. I didn't have the knowledge of all these things. This is why Bap Dada is telling you well in advance that how you can accumulate your marks, in what the marks are added and in what they are reduced. If you want to take a number ahead, you'll have to make up. Anyone can do it. Even now there is time left. None of the seats have been booked. Only Brahma Baba and Jagatamba Saraswati, Mama, their seats are fixed. No one else's seat is booked. All the seats are vacant. Anyone can take it. Even a 1-year-old child can take. Do you want to take it? Then what do you have to remember all the time? You have to remember your specialities. You are all special. Children, aren't you? If you think you are special, then you will not play games. You are special. Now, and you are special in the whole Kalpa as well. You are worship worthy to such a great extent that no one else in the whole world is worshipped in such a way. Not even the prophet souls or even big gurus. In the way the deities are worshipped, no one else is worshipped in that way. The politicians of today, their effigies are actually hanged in the air sometimes, the way they are insulted. Okay. From which zones everyone has come? Let them raise their hands. Punjab is first. Punjab, Haryana, Himachal, Jammu Kashmir, all Punjab zone. More mothers in this zone. The second one, Bombay and Maharashtra, all Pune, total Maharashtra. Maharashtra. Third one, Karnataka and Kerala. Many more. Karnataka and Punjab zone are more. Andhra Pradesh. Yes, many have come from Andhra Pradesh. UP and Banaras with Nepal. Some have come from Assam. Tinsukia from Assam. Bhopal. Those of Bhopal, raise your hand. Madhya Pradesh. It's good. Everyone gets their turn. Next, nothing. Those who are staying in Gyan Sarovar are satisfied. They are staying comfortably there. Are all of you staying comfortably in Gyan Sarovar? Or you wish to come and stay here? Punjab zone, Bhopal and Burhanpur are staying in Gyan Sarovar. Ratan Mani Dadi is saying something. It's this, they like it there. Punjab liked in Gyan Sarovar? Yes. Bhopal is also there. Bhopal liked it very much. And the sister in charge, they're saying she liked it very much. So they should always be sent there because they liked it very much. No, it is good. The arrangement is very good. And to get that at Sangam Yug is very good. In Satyug, each palace will be even bigger than Gyan Sarovar area. So in Satyug, no comparison. But here, because there is lack of space and to get just 3 feet is also good. You saw in Sakar, Baba saw it in Sakar and Baba was seeing it now also. It's not very far from Madhuban Gyan Sarovar and very good arrangements there. This is why you are giving turns and everyone is getting a chance to stay there. Next time Punjab will stay here, is it? That's what Ram Shlok thinks. I mean, every time 2 turns to every zone. So 1 turn goes, they stay in Gyan Sarovar, the 2nd turn stays here. Double foreigners, you should say something. Say, Baba. Anyway, Baba is forgotten. Kumaris, raise your hand. Double foreigners can say loudly at the end, Baba, you missed us. Kumaris, raise your hand. Not the teachers, only the Kumaris. What wonders will the Kumaris do? You have to show wonders. Is it not? What others do, if you do the same, then it will not be called a wonder. What will the Kumaris group do? What will you do? If you don't say anything, then whatever Bap Dada tells you to do, you'll have to do it. Otherwise, you say what you have to do. What will the Kumaris do in this Diamond Jubilee year? Because You have got a chance now in the Diamond Jubilee. You won't get it again next year to come. So, what will the Kumaris do? Say, keeping Diamond Jubilee in view, what do you have to do? Think about it. Say, keeping in mind the Diamond Jubilee in front of you. What do you have to do? First of all, those Kumaris who have kept the aim that they will surrender themselves in Baba's service, raise your hand. The Kumaris. Yes, take their video. Baba is saying, take their video. Raise your hand high, the Kumaris, those who have the aim of surrendering to Baba. They should stand up, Dadi says. Okay, Baba says, okay, stand up. Those Kumaris who have the aim of surrendering to Baba. There are many at the back too. There are so many. So what do the Kumaris have to do? You raised your hand, you also stood up, and your photograph was taken. Now you have to surrender yourself in Baba's service. You're firm on it, aren't you? Or will you go back and tell your center teacher, no, I don't want to surrender, I want to take up a job and lead a Lokik life. Those who raise their hand are strong, aren't you? Or you want to lead a Lokik life again? You want to do service, is it not? You will do service. Now those who are free, they don't have any bondage. Maybe they have just 1 year of studied and they'll finish their study in 1 year's time and they are free, no bondage. They raise their hand. They can become free quickly after their studies, maybe after 1 year. Raise your hand. There are few. And what about the others? Those who raised their hand. So many stood up. What will the others do? You will take up Lokik jobs. Those who have Lokik jobs or will do Lokik jobs, raise your hand. Well, why is Baba saying this? Is because in India, the sisters who live in centers don't do Lokik jobs. So this is not for double foreigners, please. It's only for those of India. So what will you do then? Bap Dada has said that the period of the end, or the end period, is coming soon. Bap Dada will not tell the date, but it is very close. So, keeping that in view, service is going to expand. Service will expand, won't it? So, all the Kumaris who had got up, now, second time when Baba asked, only few raised their hand, but at the beginning, all those who stood. If you cannot free yourself from bondage on your own, then take someone's help and prepare another Kumari who could become free. Supposing you have bondage of your home because more than half did not get up the second time when Baba asked about who are free. Very few got up. So all those who did not get up, they, if they cannot become free, then at least prepare someone else who could become free. Can you do this? You have still 1 year. Can you do it in 1 year? Those who got up earlier but then did not get up second time because of bondage, they raised their hand. At least you can do this, can't you? That prepare someone else whom you could make free of bondage. Can it be possible? Can you not make someone like you in 1 year's time? You will have to make someone. So each Kumari who thinks that she cannot free herself because of her bondage should make someone else be ready in service. If you can yourself, then you come in the front. But if you cannot, then make at least someone else ready who will be free to do service. Do you like that? Do the Kumaris like this? You're not saying anything. Say yes or no. You're not saying yes or no. Are you thinking? Even if you did say yes, you didn't say it with that strength. Are you weak? Kumaris of Punjab zone, raise your hand. Now those of Punjab say, will you do this service? Say yes or no. say together. Each one is saying individually, only some are saying, where is the lioness of Punjab? Dadi Chandramani, lioness of Punjab. Where is the lioness? Dadi Chandramani is raising her hand. Baba calls her the lioness of Punjab. Why are you not saying anything? Are you afraid of the terrorists in Punjab? Those of Punjab are called lions. And lions are not afraid. They should come in the front, not sit at home. Therefore, Kumaris have to prepare other Kumaris like them. See, the brothers are smiling because, see, it's Sangam Yug. If a Kumari maybe 3 years in Gyan and she surrenders herself, and a Kumar may be 40 years in Gyan, but the 3-year-old Kumari who is living at the center now, she becomes a teacher of a student who's 40 years in Gyan. And they are called Didi and Dadi, and nobody calls the Kumars Dada. The Kumars complain. Ram Shlok is saying something. That there are many Kumars as well, Ram Shlok is saying, and here the Kumars raise their hand. Lower your hand. Okay, the Kumars will not become Dadas. Nobody will call you Dada, but you can become a king. You can become a sovereign. If in the Diamond Jubilee year, the Kumars at least prepare a bracelet, may not be a necklace, but even if you prepare a bracelet of 8 pearls, then too it would be great. If you prepare 8 souls like you, make them like you in 1 year, even that would be great. You create your subjects and you will become the kings, the sovereigns. Let the Kumaris become Dadis and Didis and you become sovereigns. There are many Kumars. If each Kumar prepares 8 other Kumars and makes them like them, then they'll have so many subjects. And once the subjects are ready, then you will definitely get the tilak of sovereignty. At present, there isn't much of air quality souls, but subject quality souls are many. So if a Kumar prepares an air soul, then he will become a world sovereign. Are the Kumars ready to prepare airs? Do you know what an air means? You have this much understanding, at least. An air means not ordinary, because ordinary ones keep on coming. But an air soul, is that one who comes and inspires so many other souls. That one is an air. He will become like a mic for many souls. So what will the Kumars become? Will you become sovereigns? You're not saying it firmly. Do you find it difficult? No? So say loudly, and they all say, Hanji. Now in Madhuban you are saying Haji only, or when you go back to Punjab or Bombay or from wherever you have come, even there it will be Haji. Will it be Haji there too? Bap Dada is very happy when he sees Kumars. But the only thing is that Bap Dada is sometimes frightened of the Kumars and Kumaris. Frightened, Baba uses the word frightened and everyone laughs. Baba is happy to see the Kumars and Kumaris, but also frightened about one thing. You are sensible, aren't you? Baba is afraid of one thing. Baba need not say of what he is afraid. You have to always keep in mind one Baba and none other. Not even a little bit another. You may say, what to do, Baba? I need someone else, at least for some time, at least little bit. Baba says, even this little bit is a big Maya, it's such a Maya. that you have seen the story of the crocodile and the elephant. What does the crocodile do? First, it bites the elephant, first its feet, and then it swallows the whole thing inside the crocodile, the alligator. So the story of the crocodile and the alligator and the elephant. So now Diamond Jubilee is coming. Baba should finish this fear, shouldn't he? Should he finish this fear? Should Baba finish the fear? Or will you say, no Baba, a little bit will remain in us. No letter should come to Baba as the Diamond Jubilee is coming. Diamond Jubilee means no weakness whatsoever. Bap Dada will say that so many raised their hands, but how many became sovereigns? The list will come. The list will come in front. Now those who live in their families, raise their hand, the householders, the mothers, the fathers. There are many householders too. Those in family life, to them Bap Dada congratulates for one thing. And they clap even before hearing what Baba wants to tell them. You clapped even before you heard what he congratulated for, Baba Singh. You are very happy, no? See? Why Bap Dada is congratulating you? Because from the time householders have become Baba's companions, then because of them the service has been, Baba has been glorified further, because service has grown. Before, people used to think that Brahma Kumar or Brahma Kumari means to leave everything, the family, home, and just come and live in the center, in the ashram. That's all. This fear they had. But now they understand that they do not make us leave our home. On the contrary, the Brahma Kumars and Kumaris run such good families, and they have such good homes. They have even the Lokik jobs and business, and everything is running so well with them. So you become examples, and therefore they take inspiration from you. Before they used to be afraid, they used to say, oh, it's difficult for us to renounce everything. But now they say that pure family life is good. So you have become instrumental in increasing service, haven't you? Therefore, congratulations. So what will the householders do? You are happy to get congratulations. But you have also to do something. Bap Dada has one pure desire which he wants to be fulfilled in the Diamond Jubilee year. All the householders who live in their families, who are good examples, they have a Lokik job, and they do Lokik as well as Alokik service. They are double servers. So the householders, from whichever center they have come, they in their center all the different professions which are there. How many professions? How many wings? 13. All the 13 professions which are there. So each one should be in one of the other profession, wing, and should bring a group of people like him. Someone may be a farmer, and someone may be a scientist, but all these wings are there. So the family men, the householders, in every center should prepare souls like them of their profession and bring a small necklace in front of Baba. At least one or two of each profession should be brought by them. But in each center, by each one, and of each profession. And if those who are already there, they are not counted in the list, but you have to bring new ones. So, souls of all professions should be prepared, and then Baba will celebrate the Diamond Jubilee of all these professions. Do the family men, the householders like this idea? You're not saying it strongly, firmly, Hanji. There should be someone of each profession in every center. So you should have someone whom you have to make like you of your profession. Then only you can become a sovereign. Do the mothers like it? Or will the mothers just bring mothers? But even among mothers, among women, some are doctors, some are engineers, some are lawyers. And what will the double foreigners do? What will you do? Those of London say, what will you do? Charu, Alka, Jagruti, Suman. Someone says we'll prepare mics. Will those mics come in the conference, or are they still being prepared? Will someone come in the conference? Will someone come? It's good if double foreigners from each country, from each state, bring at least one mic, then so many mics will be ready. Then we'll do a ceremony of the mics. Ceremony for the mics. You have to bring them, haven't you? Papa's asking you, who's sitting? What's your name? Frederick. What's your name? Frederick. Frederick. Oh, Baba says, probably Baba heard Hedrick, and Baba says, so Hedrick say happy. You should tell Baba Frederick. Yes, so you have to bring mics. You are from London? Say Oxford. Are you from that's London, UK. You have to bring mics. Will you bring mics? Well, big job for Frederick. You're thinking too much. Why? Why are you thinking so much? Don't think so much. See, be happy. Be happy. Change your name to the word happy. Say, I'm happy. I'm happy. Not Frederick, but happy. So everyone got Yad Pyar? Is Karnataka happy? Are those of Karnataka happy? Is Punjab happy? Is Bombay happy? Is Bhopal happy? Where is Bhopal? Are those of Bhopal happy? Is Andhra happy? UP? UP and Nepal. Baba can recognize those of Nepal because they wear Nepali caps and it looks very nice on their head. These are crowns of Kali Yuga. The Nepali cap. Are those of Bhopal happy? Are the teachers happy? The Murli is quite deep, and maybe the new ones are not able to grasp that much, but Baba has to tell everyone, even if the new ones are sitting, because in Dharamrajpuri, the account will be the same for all. Now it is late, but it's not too late yet, and Baba can still have mercy on you. Later on it will be too late and there won't be chance to get mercy. Therefore, you have to be cautious because later on it may be too late. Many old ones say, well, Bap Dada should do something so that everyone becomes cautious. But Baba does not like that, because at this time he is the father. He hasn't taken the form of Dharamraj yet. Baba does not like to take the company of Dharamraj. He can do anything. What can he not do? In a second, he can punish that soul internally. And a second's punishment is very, very strong punishment. But Bap Dada does not want that. The father's form is lovely. When Dharamraj becomes Baba's companion, then Baba will not listen to anyone. At that time, there won't be time for mercy. Therefore, in the Diamond Jubilee year, Baba wants that everyone becomes free. Did you understand? Did the teachers understand? Okay. to all the special souls in all four corners of the world. To the elevated souls who always churn knowledge and do self-contemplation, self-introspection. To all the close souls who follow the dictates of only the Father and think, speak and act accordingly. To those who progress themselves and progress in service, in the Diamond Jubilee, to such elevated souls, Bap Dada's Yad Pyar and Namaste. Om Shanti. I was asking Dadi Chandramani, is Gyan Sarovar all right? Is it okay? Is everyone happy there? Baba has made you instrumental, Baba's telling Chandramani Dadi. Baba saying many teachers have come, should make themselves examples, should set an example first, then others will follow it automatically. Is everything else okay, Baba? In all four corners, everything okay? Everywhere? And Daddy is telling Baba, the four senior brothers are here. They had a meeting. Ramesh Bhai, Jagdish Bhai is here, Bijmon Bhai and Nivya Bhai. They had a meeting regarding the academy, how it can be registered, how it will function. So Daddy is telling Baba. about someone Dadi must have asked Baba. And Baba says you can make him more cooperative.
बने हो तो बने रहना, सतयुग में भी न दूर रहना। साथी बने हो तो बने रहना, सतयुग में भी न दूर रहना। तुम सा हसीन बाबा, तुम सा हसीन बाबा, कोई नहीं जहां में, कोई नहीं जहां में। तुमने हसी बनाया, तुमने हसी बनाया, हमको भी इस जहां में, हमको भी इस जहां में। तुम सा हसीन बाबा, कोई नहीं जहां में, कोई नहीं जहां में। तुम सा हसीन बाबा। सूरज या चांद किससे, सूरज या चांद किससे तुलना करूं तुम्हारी, तुलना करूं तुम्हारी। रचता है तू सभी का, रचता है तू सभी का, रचना है सब तुम्हारी, रचना है सब तुम्हारी। तू है जहां से न्यारा, तू है जहां से न्यारा।